This is a kayak check of my 2016 Hobie Revolution 16. There she is in all her glory. Love this boat. Very stable for considering how fast and narrow it is. But yeah, I like it. I considered putting outriggers on, but so far so good. I've been in pretty big water with this thing, and she handles. Anyway, starting from the front, I have here my tow rope. I'm glad I put this on. That thing saved my life and probably saved my boat. A couple months back, I forgot to replace the drain plug. As many of you Adventure Island and Hobie 16 owners know, there's a drain plug in the back right there. That's very useful for draining your kayak after a day's trip. But yeah, you gotta remember to put it back, and I forgot. So about a half mile out in the ocean, she started taking on water, became unstable. I got dumped, so I had to swim her in. So yeah, that rope came in very handy. And I gotta say, Hobie, thank you for putting in foam blocks in this kayak and many of your other kayaks, because without those foam blocks, I think this thing would have sank, or at least would have been too heavy to tow in by swimming it in. So again, thank you, Hobie. All right, back to the boat. My battery setup. Hey, that's a typical waterproof box that everybody uses from Walmart. It's got a 7 amp hour sealed lead acid battery in there, some couplers, and a plug from I think so, a Z-Bay, and I got some yoga mats glued onto the bottom. It's kind of coming off now, but I use that so it conforms to the bottom of the kayak and it doesn't move around. And it's been pretty good in there. If it does move around, flops around, that heavy thing being in there, if it does move around, then I got other problems, if you know what I mean. So that's my battery setup. Moving to the side here, got my fish finder. It's I got it mounted to a I think so, that's a Hobie gear track. It's a 4-inch gear track, just similar to the Yak Attack one, but this one has that aluminum backing plate. And then you got your ram. I forget how long this is, with a 1-inch ball, hooked up to a Garmin 44CV fish finder. It's been good. I got it on sale at West Marine for $200, but now I wish I had something bigger because of my bad eyesight. But it's good. It's been good. I'm thinking of either getting a bigger one or moving that mount, or adding another mount here so I can bring this thing closer to me. So over here in the pouch, I got a dehooker, a braid scissors. In the hatch, I have a rubber tote I got from Home Depot, and they had a sale on it. That holds my tackle box full of my hooks, ancillaries and whatnot. I have this paracord with a carabiner on it, just in case I get a huge fish or a long fish like a Wahoo Ono, and I need to tie the tail. So that's what's in my hatch. On the seat here, I have my club, which is tethered, because as I've learned, you need to tether everything in the kayak. Same with my cushion. I lost one of those. Those are $20, so didn't want to lose one again. So it's tethered. Right here, I have my sump pump. I wish I had that when my boat was sinking. So now it's on here. It's tethered, and I try to remember to put it in the tote for when I'm loading up. On the seat, I have one of those Hobie pouches in the back, which holds my tackle box full of lures. On the side here, I have my what's typical in Hawaii, a bait tube. It's a 4-inch ABS plastic with a plastic atrium in the front and a drain in the back. And I've got some reflective stickers to help attract fish. Some holes drilled in it for water flow. And I got it tied into the boat for when I'm launching or when I'm landing. And when I in the water, I got it hooked up to these bungees and clips, and I can deploy it. And I have it hooked up to a bungee here on the handle, so that it reduces shock. And I have this loop here tied in for when I need the bait tube closer for when I'm catching bait. And by the way, the bait here, the preferred bait here is called opelu, which is very similar to what you guys in Florida call speedos or cigar minnows. Yeah, you call it candy here. I guess every fish likes it. But yeah, that's my bait tube. Right here is my rod rack. My low profile rod rack. I'm pretty proud of this thing. It's pretty unique, I think. It's a 1.5 inch PVC tubing. Initially it was just these 4, then I added these 2 for more storage, which I utilize those snap-on tees. It's a 3/4 inch snap-on tee. And then I added this on later. This is my bait rod holder. And I made my own snap-on tee, and it's just held on there with a pipe clamp, hose clamp. So that's been working pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Not too sure if I'm going to add more stuff onto it, but it's good right now. Oh, yeah, I put away my my life vest, but on the life vest we have a West Marine VHF 75 radio and a beacon, which I think are essentials for offshore fishing. As you can see here in the rudder, you'll notice this broken piece off over here. I bought it like this, and the previous owner drilled a hole and tied it off to here, and it works. I have a brand new rudder system in the garage, which I haven't gone around to installing it. So I'll get to that, but so far so good with this one. It still works. So but I should change it soon. One of your store-bought gaffs. As you notice here, I have a Harmony Drifter aluminum paddle. I have this instead of the stock Hobie one because this is a bit lighter and shorter, so that's why I went with this. It's easier to handle, and it's easier to paddle because it's a little bit shorter. This is my Kayak or spear gaff. It's on a Scotty paddle clip with a bungee on it, so it prevents it from popping out and flying out. But It's made from a old aluminum paddle shaft with some stainless steel threaded rod, PVC insert, nuts and bolts, some paracord wrap, and some red tape and some floor protector, rubber floor protector. Then you got your gloves, pliers, braid scissors, bait knife, and whatnot. So that's the boat. Now onto my gear. First off, this is my bait rod. That right there, that reel, I have had with me for quite a long time. It's still in great condition. Take care of it. Just gotta maintain that line roller because it's only a bushing. So, oh yeah, this is my bait rod. We usually use damashis, which some of you may know as sabiki, but most of us use homemade ones. This is a Penn Rampage rod. So if you can get the angle here. So that's how it is. And the way I use it is I dangle a damashi in the water while I'm putting around looking for bait. And when I find a ball, flip that bail and down goes the damashi into the ball, and hopefully I catch some bait. So yeah, there she is at the ready. This is my live bait trolling rod, one of them. It's a Shimano TLD 20, spooled with 40-pound braid, 30-pound top shot mono, and I got some single strand wire rig with a stinger. Got this as a combo at West Marine. It's paired up with a Star Rod's 5-foot rod, 5.6 I think it was. Going to my other live bait trolling rod. This is a Penn jigging rod, a 6.6, paired with a Penn Spinfisher 5 6500 live liner, spooled with a 50-pound braid, topped with a 40-pound mono, also with a mono stinger setup, stinger rig. And my jigging rod, it's a Shimano Spheros 6000. I think so. It's got 30-pound braid, 30-pound mono top shot. It's paired with a Shimano Travala, and that's one of my jigs. Love this thing. It's fun catching amberjacks and whatnot. Yeah, so there she is. I wanted to show you how it is when it's in outrigger mode. So this is how I usually out there in the water trolling 2 live baits. Hopefully they don't catch up to the boat. Usually when you hook up some big baits, they're strong enough to swim back to the boat. So if we got a big bait on, then I'll just use one. If we got small baits, then I'll use 2 outriggers. So that's the setup right there, and that's how it usually looks on the water with my bait rod at the ready and my jigging rod standing by. So yeah, there she is. Do a walk around. Once again, this is a kayak check of my 2016 Hobie Revolution 16. So hope you like this. Hope it helps you set up your kayak. Take some ideas from this, as I've taken ideas from many other videos and Facebook and whatnot. So yeah, just figured I'd make this video to help show off my kayak and help other people who want to set up their kayak. So please like my page. Hopefully I can come up with more content, especially action content, you know, on the water, catching fish. So, all right. Aloha guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Tight lines. Aloha.